Sykes doing what she does best, getting in the lane and knocks it in transition.
I don't even know why we have to have this conversation, but we do.
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Year,
Slim.
Brittney Sykes. It's
Period.
obvious, like, right?
Why not?
Why are we talking about it?
Let's find a reason why that's not going to happen.
It's not rocket science.
I can't. No, come on.
We can do it over here, we can do it. We can do it over here, we can do it.
So, Ariana, Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey!
Brittney Sykes. It's got to be her, right?
As my granddaddy would say, there's no doubt about it. And the one thing that I love about Brittney Sykes is that she's not new to this. She's true to this. And when you talk to a player about defense, you can tell the players who, oh, yeah, I love defense. Oh, yeah, I care about defense. But because they know the coach is watching. And players that really want it and really get after it, you can tell that Brittney Sykes really loves not only the game of basketball, but defense. That's her bread and butter. One of the home games, she had 26 points. I'm talking to her post-game. I'm like, Brittney, you almost went for 30. What is up? How good are you feeling? Man, she was not feeling good. She looked at me and said, I'm actually not too happy. And I'm like, Brittney, why are you not happy? Like, you almost had 30 points. She said, but I only had 2 steals. Only had 2 steals. And my goal for myself this season was to have at least 3 steals per game. When I heard that, those goosebumps and those chills came out because I'm like, wow, this is something that really matters to you. And that's why she should be Defensive Player of the Year.
Come on, D-Boy. Chaz, what you got for me?
Brittney Sykes obviously just transitioning in and coming and just really not just doing your role, but excelling at your role and the reason that they brought you in here. And I get excited every time she gets a steal. I call her the smooth criminal. Because, you see the backcourt of the other team, one of their players a couple times just dribble. Now Brittney's gone with it, and she's like the escape artist. Like, she doesn't only just pick your pocket, but she literally embarrasses that player. Like, she takes it and then she's going to get 2 on the other end.
Cross court, Sykes in the lane. Has Miller to beat. Lays it up and in.
By the time the offensive player realizes that the ball's gone, Sykes is already coming back on defense to tie them back up.
Scout report is like, don't throw skip passes to Brittney Sykes.
No love.
What are you doing?
No
Don't
love.
do that.
Yeah.
Chrissy, what you got for me? Why should she be D-Boy?
Because after she gets steals, she gives a bombastic side eye to everybody else. Like, what were you thinking? So for me, it's in the bag for Brittney Sykes. And I'm gonna tell you, the pride that she takes to play the defense that she does, and that's wherever she goes. Like, she has always had this competitiveness about her. She has the fire in the belly. She's going to get that ball. As a coach, I'm going to say, look, that's a want to, not a have to. And that's the difference between Brittney Sykes and everyone else in the league. And that's why she has separated herself to lead the league in steals, because she wants to.
So for me, when I think of D-Boy and I think of Brittney Sykes, she's 5'9". She's got a 6'5" wingspan. And we see it on a nightly basis. She also has the athleticism. But I go back to why she thinks she should be D-Boy when I was talking to her in the film room. You go back to her time in LA. It was her and Big Mama Sil in the race for Defensive Player of the Year. They give it to Sylvia Fowles. And a lot of people said it was because LA did not make the playoffs, why Brittney Sykes did not get Defensive Player of the Year. She still rocks with that chip on her shoulder, which is the size of Boulder, Colorado right now. So if you do not think that a guard should have Defensive Player of the Year honors, go back to Elena Beard.
Wow.
In my opinion, the Defensive Player of the Year is Brittney Sykes. She has the franchise record for the Washington Mystics all time in a single season with steals.
It's insane.
She's got over 70 steals in the season, and the clock is still running.
Right.
If she's not your Defensive Player of the Year, then what game are you watching, ladies and gentlemen?
Exactly.
I'm glad I'm not a voter. I'm glad that they give Chrissy that ability and that honor to vote.
It's so fun.
But at the end of the day, we know that she's Defensive Player of the Year. I think when you ask her, that's what she will hang her hat on.